Hi, this is Josh, and this is an overview and my thoughts on the Kanji Sono Mama Japanese to English Nintendo DS dictionary. This guy has actually been out for a couple years, but I couldn't find anything on YouTube about this, so I thought I'd give my thoughts and how useful it's been for me in the past few months in Japan. As you can see, this is the bottom touchscreen of the program. On the left you have the different language options. You have then the middle a flipbook of all the vocabulary, and on the bottom you have your input tools. And you can see here I'm just flipping through some various vocabulary in both Japanese and English. Probably the best feature about this program is the fact you can draw in characters, be it English or Japanese. Although with some difficulty at first. Notice I can't even get my R to work out properly, which is why we have this nice keyboard layout. You can also type in Japanese or furigana, katakana, hiragana. It all works out pretty well on this nice keyboard layout. Using the writing portion of this program takes a bit of getting used to. It demands a fairly accurate hand, both in English and Japanese, but once you master it, it comes in really handy, especially for drawing in kanji, which is by far one of the main reasons why you might want to pick this up. Kanji are just really difficult to memorize and a hell of a thing to look up in the Japanese dictionary. But once you get this down, it works fairly well. Note, even my Japanese friends have issues writing Japanese into this thing. It takes a few tries, but they get it in eventually. Once you've taken the time to actually write something in, be it by the keyboard or by the drawing section, you'll be presented with a list of possible options. I've picked hat. Now above those two options there, those give you the sub-phrases in a definition. Common phrases you might actually hear in English. Now above you see that I've clicked on one of those phrases and, well, here are the other phrases. Notice below there's the Japanese. This is quite handy when trying to explain English to a Japanese person. I often use this in my lessons with adult students. Now if you have problems seeing things or want to see more, there's a bigger or smaller option in case you have bad eyesight. And you can just scroll up and down by using the arrow pad, or there's a little scroll option on the right you can just draw on. Now I've moved on over here to drawing in Japanese. Not so well, as my Japanese handwriting is horrendous. Now eventually I get things to work out. It takes a while, but eventually things do work out for me. Recognition works fairly well. My ha turns into a ho, unfortunately. But as I say, my Japanese friends who have good Japanese handwriting have this work out pretty well. Even their kanji work out fairly well when drawing things in. I've neglected to show you my kanji drawing skills because of pure embarrassment factors. My handwriting's atrocious in any language. Now you can switch back and forth between hiragana and katakana, and also kanji, to help not confuse the program. And notice it picks up this as well. It works sometimes for me. And then up above it then gives you the options that it thinks you're trying to write. It's fairly smart that way. And there we go. I've now chosen to give up trying to write in my things via the drawing pad and moved right onto the keyboard layout. I've typed in boshi and we'll try to find the appropriate boshi that goes with what I'm looking for. Now if you notice, there's quite a bit of kanji in each of these definitions. Not really that helpful if you don't know any Japanese. Now keep in mind, this is a program made for Japanese people who want to look up English words and turn them into Japanese, not the other way around. Unless you have a basic knowledge of Japanese, most of this will be highly confusing for you. This is not a beginner's program for a foreigner wanting to travel through Japan. Though don't let that stop you from trying to use this program. Having a bit of Japanese under your belt will make this program an amazingly useful tool for you, whether it be trying to translate things at home or going abroad and using this to get around in Japan. If nothing else, you can always have a Japanese person try to write something in for you. I've often found myself stuck on a certain word or someone trying to tell me something I have no idea what the hell's going on, and they can type it in and I get a gist of what's going on. It's rather handy in very odd situations. Now it's not just a dictionary. There's also quite a few other random functions, like this world clock. What time is it where? Who knows? A alarm, in case you want to, wake yourself up. Below is a calculator, in case you want to, of course, add things. And a nice calendar. And here's the top screen showing you the calendar functions. This is also used as a quiz program to help you study your English. Such as there's this data function here for transferring data back and forth. There's a couple quiz functions. And there's also a TOEIC test quizzer. TOEIC is a common English comprehension test. Some of my co-teachers use this. Wonderful. And it helps you learn English. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you probably know English. So that's the program in a nutshell. I recommend this for two types of people. One, the foreigner living in Japan, and two, the intermediate to advanced student living in an English-speaking country. At about $35, this is a much cheaper way to have an electronic dictionary than buying a real one, which can run several $100s. Plus, you're already going to be carrying around your DS when traveling, you might as well just carry around an extra game instead. Thanks for watching, and if you want to buy a copy of this, play-asia.com. It's kind of old, I don't know how much in stock you can find it on the internet, but if you can, I'd say buy this thing. It's really handy, and you might find it useful every once in a while. Thank you!